Our last dividing decimals example is another word problem. So let's read it. Bob is building a model airplane. He has a piece of wood that is 24 inches long. How many pieces can he cut from the board if each piece is exactly 6.4 inches? So we're going to take our 24-inch board and divide it into pieces that are 6.4 inches long. So we're going to write that down. 24, and we're going to cut it up into pieces, divide it up into inches that are 6.4 long. But we cannot have a decimal on the outside, so we must move it. We move it once to make it a whole number, so we have to move it once on the inside and add our 0. And remember, that decimal goes straight up. So I'm going to rewrite that as 64 into 240 and put our decimal. Now I can start adding or dividing. 64 can't go into 24, so I have to do 64 into 240. And you can come to the side and work out some scratch, or you can estimate 60 and 60 is 120, so you know it's more than twice. 60, 60, and 60 is 180, so you're getting close at 3 times. And come over here and play around with it a little bit. I'm going to tell you it goes 3 times. 3 times 64 comes out to be 192. Okay. And we're going to subtract to get 48 left over. And then we need to drop down something. So we have to add a 0. And now we get 480. Once again, I expect to see some side work over here where you're guessing and checking, figuring out how many times it goes. If 3 gets us to 240, we probably want to double it. Maybe start with 6. Come over here and do 64 times 6. Then try again, and you'll see that it goes 7 times. 7 times 64 is 448. And we subtract to get 32 left over. Once again, we have to drop something down, so we add a 0 and drop it down. And then to get 320, you come over here and we figure out that 5, if it ends in a 0 or a 5, always try 10 or 5, and it does go 5 times. 5 times 64 is exactly 320. So you can get 3 pieces that are exactly that inch, 6.4 inches, but 3.75, so 3 3/4 of a piece. Once again, I do want to see that work of you over here doing your side math.